Secretary calls for removal of Caribbean Airlines monopoly on the air bridge. Secretary for Tourism amongst passengers affected by CAL cancellations. Minister Young describes the actions of CAL pilots as ungrateful, and economist Vanus James describes the current THA administration as the worst since 1980. Good evening, I'm Patricia Nicholson-Richards. Welcome to the Tobago Updates Television News for Tuesday, 22nd August 2023. Topping the news tonight, Caribbean Airlines has apologized to customers for its mass cancellation of flights which disrupted numerous travel plans for the past few days. The cancellations were due to seek out action by pilots. But while the airline is continuing its work to restore its operations, Chief Secretary Farley Augustine called for the removal of CAL's monopoly on the air bridge. More in this report from Candice Jackson.
Caribbean Airlines reportedly suffered a loss of $15 million due to the recent two-day flight disruption, as sources within the airline revealed. The financial impact includes costs from chartering aircraft, compensating passengers, providing accommodations and meals, and legal expenses for obtaining an injunction against the Trinidad and Tobago Pilots Association, TTALPA. The airline expressed frustration over the cancellation of 60 flights, blaming it on pilots' calls. CAL secured an injunction from the industrial court against the TTALPA, and negotiations between the two parties continue. CAL apologized to the passengers and acknowledged the reputational damage incurred during the incident. The situation exacerbated the problems with the air bridge, as a lot of vacationers for the Great Race weekend were stranded, along with regular Tobagonians needing to travel for business. Chief Secretary Farley Augustine petitioned for CAL to no longer have control over the commercial airspace in the country.
It is time, as a country, we have a conversation about removing the monopoly, not just on the local airbase, but the monopoly across the airline industry in the country. We need to just open up our market to airlines from all over the world to come and do the work that is necessary to bring visitors to and from the island.
Notwithstanding CAL's $15 million loss over the past few days, Augustine accused the airline of not caring about Tobago's needs for easy access to air transportation between the islands.
Caribbean Airlines need to understand that they have a duty to the nation first before any other country. It's the taxpayers of this country that pays them and bails them out every single time. And yet we are all treated with scant courtesy by Caribbean Airlines.
The Chief Secretary will be hosting a special stakeholder town hall meeting on Tuesday, 29th August, to treat with the inter-island transportation situation. In the meantime, he issued this apology to travelers.
What happened is unfortunate, and on behalf of the Tobago House of Assembly, we certainly extend sincerest apologies to all our visitors who had to suffer to either return home or to get to Tobago for their vacation.
Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates Television News.
Among the hundreds of people facing flight cancellations with Caribbean Airlines over the past few days was the Secretary of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities and Transportation, Tasha Boris. She complained that the situation highlighted CAL's policies, which are not Tobago-friendly. She spoke with us on the Tobago Updates morning show, and Candice Jackson has the story.
Being the Secretary of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities and Transportation was not enough to spare Councillor Tasha Boris from CAL's massive flight cancellations on Sunday.
I was supposed to be on a flight out to New York. I'm in New York currently, and my flight was delayed twice and then eventually cancelled. I was actually at ground zero at the airport and witnessed the scores of frustrated, angry travelers.
She's in New York for the Tobago Day activities. Boris claimed there was not much she was able to do other than help arrange transport from the airport to the port for stranded passengers in Tobago. Meanwhile, she noted that CAL had little empathy for Tobagonians caught in the milieu.
Because in terms of their policies, if someone from Tobago travels and then is displaced like I was, I do not get first priority for example, to be put up in a hotel room. That priority goes to a foreigner or someone who is not a resident of Trinidad and Tobago. But if I live in Tobago, I'm not a resident of Trinidad either.
In is a situation that frustrated the tourism secretary greatly.
This is simply unacceptable. And we have to take it to the place where people have to understand from the level of the Tobago House of Assembly. We put on the table very early, extending the hours of the airport. We put on the table very early, even the possibility of us paying for additional flights, which we should not be.
In previous communications, CAL said they are unable to increase flights because of financial constraints. Yet the airline is expanding its fleet of aircraft and embarking on new routes. Boris blames the central government, which is CAL's major stakeholder, for not doing more for Tobago.
There has to be a demonstration of will from the central government. I mean, this situation lies solely at the feet of the Minister of Works, the Minister of Finance, whose corporation sold, and the Prime Minister, who calls himself a Tobagonian.
Among her concerns is a lack of representatives from Tobago and the THA on the board of CAL. Boris reminded the government and the airline that for Tobagonians, the airbridge is a necessity and not a vehicle for vacation.
For reasons, they have to fly, they have to get into Trinidad quickly, they want to do their business quickly, they want to get out. The airbridge is not for leisure for most Tobagonians. Yes.
Tobago Updates is awaiting a response from the head of CAL's corporate communications, Dian Lagore, to address concerns about the airline's policies and challenges relating to Tobagonians and the airbridge. I am Candice Jackson for Tobago Updates Television News.
Well, adding to the conversation is Energy Minister Stuart Young, who believes that entitlement motivated the actions of certain Caribbean Airlines pilots, which left numerous passengers stranded on Sunday. Addressing the Cascade Community Center's opening, Young shared his concern but took it a step further by describing the actions of the pilots as ungrateful. Minister Young emphasized that resources should go to those in greater need. Last weekend, 60 flights were cancelled due to 75 pilots reporting sick on Saturday and Sunday. CAL secured an injunction against the recurrence and is negotiating with the Trinidad and Tobago Airline Pilots Association over a collective agreement. Young criticized the shutdown for impacting local, domestic, and international travelers. He stressed the need for responsible resource allocation amid limited funds while urging against workers displaying entitlement attitudes. Young also recounted that taxpayers supported CAL during COVID-19, even while highlighting the luxury of a national airline. He urged everyone to consider society's broader needs. Well, coming up after the break, the current THA administration is being described as the worst since 1980. The details when we return.
Waiting for CXC results and wondering what's next? Or maybe you're looking to switch careers. Learn a skill to jumpstart your career at the NESC Technical Institute. Get qualified for jobs in the energy and industrial sectors or even start your own business. Choose from automotive, electrical, instrumentation, drilling, welding, fabrication, AC refrigeration, IT networking, and more. NESC diplomas are gate approved. Classes begin in September. Visit nesc.edu.tt to apply.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up below. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show.
Everybody only worrying. Never ever worry. Don't mind how things looking hard. I tell them never ever worry. If your life can't get damaged bad. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil is always right here for you. I tell them never ever worry. Don't mind if life make you sad. I tell them never ever worry. If your house get flooded out real bad. I tell them never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil is always right here for you. I tell them never ever worry if sickness catch you off guard. I tell them never ever worry if times fall on you real hard. I tell them never ever worry, what I'm saying is true. So just consider Tatil will always be here for you. Never worry about a thing. Tatil, where people are people. You know what I mean.
Right now, Tobagonians are just currying down to Bonaccord, right in Stobie Local Road. You know why? To come down and shop at Authentic Builders General Hardware, the only hardware store in Tobago that is giving you guys Trinidad prices. So for instance, such as steel, 1/2 inch and 5/8, $7,895. 5/8 construction ply for $260. Every single thing that you will need to do your home renovation or start your new construction, we have it right here. And to get your quotation, it's very easy. Just WhatsApp us at 272-1990 and we will do your free WhatsApp quotation for you.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
Welcome back. Police officers need the public's help to find a missing teen. Earlier today, the Crown Point Police Station received a report of a missing person, 15-year-old Diana Romeo from Canaan. Diana was last seen around 3 p.m. yesterday. She is of African descent, has a slim build, and dark complexion. She was last seen wearing black tights and a baby blue colored t-shirt. Anyone with information on her whereabouts is urged to call the Crown Point Police Station at 639-0020 or dial 800-TIPS. You may also call the police hotline at 555 or 999. Switching to politics, a prolific economist had harsh criticism of the present administration of the THA. Chief Secretary Farley Augustine and his team were elected under the PDP banner, but after public disagreements with its leader Watson Duke, they broke away. On Sunday, 15th August, the newly formed Tobago People's Party, TPP, was officially launched. However, their reincarnation into a new party was not enough to impress Dr. Vanus James. Here's more.
Economist Dr. Vanus James continues to be disappointed by the performance of the Farley Augustine-led THA.
This is easily the worst government we've put in power since 1980.
He is more bothered by the inability to address the matter under the present constitutional arrangement.
I mean, this business of getting in trouble with the law and all that sort of stuff. You've never seen a government like that.
Dr. James explained that the THA should pattern the United Kingdom's government and how they handle leaders who fall out of favor with the population.
As it is now, Farley could hold his secretaries to account, but nobody could hold him to account unless we go to an election.
Among the issues Dr. James has with the present administration is their adversarial relationship with the central government. He believes that due to the absence of a meaningful dialogue and negotiation approach, Tobago is grappling with numerous issues, including challenges related to the air bridge.
You could say under the THA Act, you could say, look, the central government is putting $400 per trip. We're going to add 200 out of our budget. So you can't say the flights are not commercially viable. You have the right to intervene if that is critical to the development of the tourism sector.
He added that Augustine's administration lacked data-driven policies to advance the development of Tobago.
It is a good policy made by the legislature, good law made by the legislature, having heard from the people properly, to restrict and constrain and contain the policies that the Executive Council and the Public Service would want to make.
Even though the THA is currently engaged in the public through a series of town hall meetings, Dr. James stated it is not enough to develop proper policies. As a result, he is doubtful that the TPP would be successful in any future elections. Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates Television News.
Turning to developments in Calypso, Ainsley King retained his title as president of the Tobago Unified Calypsonians Organization, TUCU. In his new term, he's hoping to use technology to advance the art form. Reporter Tanika Cruikshank shares more of his plans.
After retaining his position as president of Tobago Unified Calypsonians Organization, Ainsley King explained his main goal is to promote and advance the calypso genre of music.
Calypso is absent on the digital landscape, you know, which is really bad, because once that is so, it means that people will not be able to actually get the choice of liking or knowing or looking into calypso. So we intend to treat with that as fast as possible.
King mentioned the organization aims to enable calypsonians to focus on self-development, which would significantly benefit the calypso industry. He added that there exists a need to bridge the gap between members and executive to promote transparency.
There's an open door policy which will be implemented very soon, but the focus is mainly on equipping calypsonians to be able to manage their affairs and manage their business, and to get on the digital platform, to get their music out there so that they could get connected to the world.
King asserted that ensuring effective collaboration requires working closely with numerous enterprises and organizations around the world,
which will assist us in making that global breakthrough, right? But we have a lot. I mean, the focal point, basically, I could round it off by just saying, bringing prosperity and expansion to this organization.
Tanika Cruikshank, Tobago Updates Television News.
We'll take a short break and come back with more news when we return.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash in transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
Tobago, after freeness is more speed and better TV. Get a free Samsung smartphone and free installation, plus 200 megabits per second, Paramount Plus, and more for only $299 with a select 200 plan from Flow. Visit online at discoverflow.co today.
Summerama, real steam for the summer at Standard. Is a dream for the summer. Dreamy, steamy, Standard. What you have? All the best deals, no drama. Standard be beat like a hammer. Go tell your friend, tell your papa, tell your mama. We got more. Standards have what you're searching for. Quality brand, discounts galore. New things for the summer, online in store. Summertime is here, so make the most out of it at Standard. Never beating on quality and price. It's nice.
October will never be better with Tobago Carnival fever. Okay, passage and come on over.
from the experts that created the Zinger sandwich comes the KFC Crispy Barbecue Zinger.
The only one I see is you.
Cheddar cheese, crispy onions, the most delicious Kentucky Fried Chicken, and barbecue sauce. Get ready for a whole new level of flavor.
Jimmy's Holiday Resorts has 1, 2, and 3 bedroom, fully self-contained apartments located at the heart of Crown Point. Minutes walk to the popular beaches, restaurants, bars, and the airport. Enjoy our amazing amenities such as fully equipped apartments, complete with Wi-Fi, AC, TV, and a pool, and a mini-mart on the compound. Call 639-8292 or 8929. Jimmy's Holiday Resorts is your family's home away from home. Welcome to Limage Parfait Day Spa, your urban oasis and wellness center. Our services includes massages, treatments, facials, pedicures, weight management, detox programs, and much more. Call us today at 624-1452 or 720-7474. Trinidad locations and Bonacore, Tobago at 273-7772. Let us treat you like the VIP you are.
Good morning, good morning, put a smile on it.
Thanks for staying with us. Young women in Tobago were provided with an opportunity to meet and greet accomplished women of the island. First Citizens Bank organized the Girls First Festival, which took place at the Shore Park Complex on Sunday. The festival focused on seminars aimed at nurturing leadership, self-confidence, and personal growth. Reporter Tanika Cruikshank provides further details in this story.
The events team Limitless served as a foundation for discussion and activities designed to empower young women with the skills necessary to embrace a global perspective, unrestricted by self-imposed limitations, and thrive in today's world. Gillian Benjamin, head of brand and marketing at First Citizens Bank, mentioned that the company has been organizing comparable seminars for 7 years, with the first edition taking place in Tobago.
We want to build a safe environment for young girls between 13 and 18 to interact with each other, to build camaraderie, to get to understand how we can build a form of sisterhood. And we do so via a number of interactive workshops. We do so via having some really informative and special speakers come and really talk to the girls about their story.
Rayshon Pierre, a cultural ambassador for Tobago's performing arts, emphasized the importance for young women to cultivate self-confidence by recognizing their own inherent strengths. Pierre Kerr revealed her own past struggles of underestimating her power and the skills she possesses.
Give yourself grace, as in you don't have all the answers. You spend your entire life trying to get those answers. If you feel like you're not where you need to be at any point in time in your life, where you are and where you need to be most times is about choice.
Founder and Managing Director of Fibroid Awarenessness Trinidad and Tobago, Corey's Nancis, encourage young girls to date, but not to the point where it gets physically intimate, as dating is a method to meet new people and advance social skills on a personal level. She wants young girls to practice making decisions intentionally.
Even choices about your career and the things that you desire to get involved in, be intentional about it and ensure it's something that serves you and fulfills you and ultimately allows you to be your best self.
Tanika Cruikshank, Tobago Updates Television News.
Two cultural ambassadors received awards during the 8th annual Tobago Day celebrations hosted by the Tobago Empowerment Alliance Mission Incorporated in New York last Sunday. The first award was presented to Miss Kenneth Bob, a retired teacher who played a pivotal role in mentoring numerous students in the field of cultural arts.
Tobago Empowerment and Alliance Mission Incorporated found it necessary to present me, Kenneth, with this award, and I highly appreciate it.
The second award was bestowed upon Mrs. Annette Alfred, affectionately known as Auntie Annette, another one of Tobago's cultural icons. Upon receiving the award, she conveyed her heartfelt gratitude.
This has thrown me back to many, many moons when, with my dance company, Tobago Academy of Performing Arts, we performed with you, did so many great things with you in New York. I am very grateful to receive this and hope that one of these days I will be with you again. Again, I say thank you to all the organizers.
Secretary Farley Augustine, Secretary of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities and Transportation Tasha Burris, and Secretary of Infrastructure, Quarries and Urban Development Trevor James are among the contingent present in New York for the Tobago Day activities. Close of the newscast, here's another look at our headlines. Chief Secretary calls for removal of Caribbean Airlines monopoly on Air Bridge. Secretary for Tourism among passengers affected by CAL cancellations. Minister Young describes the actions of CAL pilots as ungrateful, and economist Vanus James describes the current THA administration as the worst since 1980. I'm Patricia Nicholson Richards, thanking you so much for joining us and wishing you a good night.